The title of this video is not an exaggeration. There were so many people involved that I'll try to put as many on the screen as I can, but there was actually a lot more than this. So for context, someone in the community made a post on Twitter where they said broken boundaries are only an issue if a content creator is going to see anything you do, so tag yourself properly and post it on places that they shouldn't go. As they said, and I quote, content creators should stay out of strictly fandom spaces. And a lot of creators happen to see this on their feed and rightfully had a problem with this. Obviously, you should respect creators' boundaries, and that is something that is really base level when it comes to having a community in the first place, and when it comes to involving yourself with fan content and fan interaction in general. So I saw a few replies to this by people making their own tweets responding to the person, basically telling them that creators shouldn't have to avoid these spaces, and if someone is breaking their boundaries, they should be able to step in and correct it because they are people. They're not fictional, they're actual people, and stuff like this can affect them in ways that they don't even realize. And because of how nonsensical and poorly worded this take was, a lot of creators rightfully had a problem with this. And so a lot of them addressed this by responding to the person themselves, which caused a whole train of replies and retweets and people just attacking them from everywhere. They responded with a post made by Zombie Cleo, but that didn't really answer their original tweet, which even they admitted they worded wrong. But as they also said, there was a lot of quote retweets. I'm not going to name any creators directly, but I'm going to show this on the screen just to give you a taste of what exactly that looked like. And generally, I would say there are two sides to the situation. The majority of people were really angry at this person for this take that was really damaging because their boundaries shouldn't be broken even if it's in a small collective space, because that space could grow and then it could become public, among many other reasons. And then there's the other side, which was the minority of people who started to see that this person was getting a lot of hate. At first, the user started reposting takes that were on their side and continued to double down on their take, but the more they did that, the worse it got. And I think it's really sad because they were actually getting death threats and called slurs and also getting threats of being doxxed, which is not so fun. And this is where I actually found out that they were 15 years old. So that means people from these communities and from these creators actually went through the process of threatening a 15-year-old on Twitter, which I feel like may happen way too often, where these communities just get out of hand. The moment you say a bad take or a take that they don't like, it can get to that point very quickly, and it's very easy to do that. I think despite their takes, which I believe are bad, I don't think they should receive any of that. And someone said that they were going to draw them kissing men. Not only that, they were also getting harassed for taking down the original post, even though other creators got away with theirs. And a surprising amount of people who took down their post while saying they didn't agree with the harassment also continued to bunker down on the boundaries, which was good, but in the process, it also made it seem like they didn't really care about the harassment that the person received, and reaffirming in their mind that they should do this stuff in more private areas of the internet. I mean, they even updated their straw page about it at the time because that's just how many people were sending them outrageous stuff. They also said that they were giving out the list of specific content creators who were harassing them, but I don't think it would be good to try to show that or get access to it. I don't want any hate to come out of this from either side. But the fact that the majority of Minecraft Twitter was honestly unrelenting and unforgiving about the situation just goes to show how, at times, even Twitter communities can be horrendous. Whether you're an adult or a minor, you shouldn't have your boundaries broken, nor should you be bullied for having a bad take about them.